All right, guys, just going to walk you through how we spool stuff up here at the shop. So this is a Daiwa BG. We're going to be putting 50-pound braid on it. First thing we do always is put the painter's tape on there. Okay, that gives our braid something to dig into and a consistent surface. And we just take our braid, pull out enough, probably 20 inches or so. First thing we're going to do is go around the spool. Okay, and we're going to tuck our finger in here, create that loop. We're going to go around on the side again, and now we're going to come up in the middle. We're going to grab that through, and then we're going to do the exact same thing. Just come up around through the middle, and then pull everything down. What that does is that gives us a couple layers of braid with a nice crossing X so it binds down on itself. And then all we do on top of that is a simple uni knot. Okay, just clean that up. Don't cinch it down yet, and then just work it down to the spool. Okay, try to get everything stacked up on top of one another. That's the key. And then we're going to take our line tightening tool, do a bunch of good wraps on there, and then we're going to pull the hell out of this thing. Then we're going to take the smaller end for our tag end, and we're going to cinch down on that so that knot gets all the way cinched down on itself as best as possible. And there you have it. Small, compact, but that thing ain't going anywhere. All right, so you saw us spool that reel, and I want to kind of go into a few things about it real quick. One, we don't use mono backing. We do that for a few reasons. One, mostly because that knot will eventually start to work its way through the braid and can potentially start chafing your line, causing issues when your fish takes big runs, things like that. If that fish does make a big run and that knot starts going through your eyelets, causes more problems. Just something we'd rather avoid on most of our inshore and nearshore setups. The painter's tape we use is just regular old painter's tape. You get it at Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever. Nice and soft, doesn't leave a big residue on the spool. So real good tool to use there. The other tool we're using was the line tightening device. Basically, you can just wrap your line around it, give yourself two good anchor points to pull from, and you're not cutting into your fingers there when you're tightening your braid, which I'm sure we've all done. And just a note on line, pretty much the only line we use here is the Suffix 832. I think hands down it's the best line out there. One of the 8 strands is gore, just like you have in your rain jackets, things like that. So not only does it shed water, helps the braid keep its shape so it stays round the whole time, which is going to increase your casting distance and your accuracy. And it's just lighter and stronger. So to me, that's the best line out there. We do carry Power Pro also for people who like that. But that is the direction we would point you in when we're lining something up. The knot that we use on the spool is kind of a combination of 2 knots. We basically do a clove hitch, which is where we get the X, and when you bring the line through the center of that knot, we do that twice, just to give us an extra layer of line to build up on itself. So now we've got the wraps, we've got all that compressing on itself on top of the painter's tape, So it really gives a lot of room for that pressure to bind down and hold that knot. And then we simply just do a uni knot on top of that clove hitch. And as always, thanks for watching. If you guys need anything, just come on down to the shop. We'll get you taken care of, and we'll see you soon.